guys, Kara's here, and it's snowing. It's really snowy. They're about 4.5 inches out here now, or 5 inches, and it's not normal for this to happen in Portland. This is Alithia's first time ever in snow. Lily, what do you think? What do you think of the snow? I think she thinks she wants to go back in, so I'll be sure to be careful with this video and go fast. Lily, what do you think of the snow, babe? I don't know what that was. I'll have to watch it later to see. Those of you who have pets, you'll know what that look meant. Anyway, so I just want to show you guys a quick little spell that I'm doing. This is actually for my love magic class, but I'm going to share this with everyone because with this crazy weather happening right now, it's kind of fun to take advantage of the different kinds of codes coming around your home than usual and to put them to good use for your manifestation work. So for instance, now in my love magic class, we all have a certain rose that we're using as the spell that we're doing, but you can do this with any type of flowers that you're attracted to. See, I really like working with lavender, and of course roses are just big on my radar lately. So in this, I have, well, first a jar to put it in. I have one red rose. This is the one I'm doing my spell with. This rose is imbued with so much magic because I imbue it with magic several times a day through my intention. And it goes in the jar. Also a pink rose. Oh, and by the way, the intention I've been putting in this red rose petal is for universal love and like the energy of romantic yumminess to be in my life. So that might mean a lot of chocolate. That might mean a lot of flowers around. I am trying to manifest a lot of flowers around. This romantic energy does not necessarily mean a partner at all. In fact, in this case, I'm not requesting a partner, but I am requesting that energy. So that goes for those of you who are wondering how to deal with the whole, I want my twin flame, where are they kind of thing. Energy is not the same as having someone there. So it might be that what you just want is the energy, but our society doesn't tell you that that's okay. So yeah, anyway, all right. So then I'm putting a pink rose, which is sitting on my bedside table in a bouquet of flowers that I've bought for myself. Just lately I've started doing that. And so for me, that's going to represent having just beauty around me. So just as a everyday thing, I always want to be manifesting this spring beauty around me. It just happens to be there. I just notice it in random places. These red roses are ones that I bought as well. They're from the same, no, a different bouquet as those. No, actually, it's the same bouquet. Now that I think about it, for some reason the red roses just dried out a lot faster. So I'm going to imbue them with that same energy. And I'm also going to imbue these red roses with the love for work. And that's because I worked a lot around these flowers. And I would like to imbue them with me having more love in my work for what I'm doing, because that energy already exists, coursing through the chi lines of that flower. And now this is a purple one, and this is what I use for the first part of my love magic course. So purple roses represent enchantment and magic, and I am learning more of that, and I'm really putting it into practice a lot. And so I'd like to imbue all of the magic that I do with that type of intention. Okay, these are lavender flowers. I just got them from a grocery store in New Orleans when I was there a couple months ago. And what you do with these is put them in your hand, in your non-dominant hand, and feel the energy. And then with your dominant hand, you push what you want into these. So it's like taking a canvas, not a canvas, but a blank canvas of paint and paints in a puddle and then using them to paint a picture. It's not that you're really changing it. This is just energy that already exists in these flowers. So by me using it and creating something imbued with human intention, then it's happy to do it for you. And so then I'm transferring them into my dominant hand, and from my dominant hand I'm dropping them into the jar. Alright, and finally I'm just taking a shake of salt. This is sea salt. I'm just taking a shake of it because this is purifying. And often when I'm drinking water, I put a little sea salt in it anyway. So you kind of do this the same way. You feel it, you put your intention into it, and then you let it drop into the jar. Alright, so now that that's done, what I'm going to do, and I've been doing this outside in the snow, obviously, you know, here's a bunch of snow. So what Lily and I are going to do is to fill this jar up. And as you can see, this snow is still falling, so it's definitely new snow. You can see there are no footprints on the snow. I'm not going to get dirty snow here. This is fresh snow that is still arriving from up there. And so I'm getting it, just the top layer. I want just the newest, freshest snow, because I want what just came from the sky in my jar. Okay, oh, sorry guys. Alright. And now, to finish it, I'm going to get a couple of the snowflakes falling to ask that the universe make this better than I'm intending, to shock me with amazingness. Feel free to break my own paradigms and make whatever it is that comes to me during this next time, from now to the full moon, make it better than what I'm expecting. And you get free reign on that. So I'm kind of just requesting random upgrades, awesomeness from the universe, because the nature of our blocks is that we can't see our own blocks. So if we give the universe space to go around and maybe give us what we intend, but if there's something better, to give that to us. We also say, make it not only benefit me, but make it move out in fractal ripples, so that every benefit I get in any way, or any benefit anyone gets in this directly in any way, is fractaled out to the entire universe versus all of the lines that they're connected to. So it's kind of making what some could see as a selfish act, me imbuing my life with certain characteristics, into a selfless act, because it's taking the level of ego that we've been here to develop on this planet, and that's been unhealthy for so long, that makes us just, our ego is here to make us create differently than everybody else. We're not up in source anymore in that way. We're trying to spread out. So as we create things that benefit us with our unique perspectives, and then that will also benefit the planet through us, then that's exactly what we've come here to do. Hey guys, so I'm back inside, and I'm gonna tell you the rest of it in a second. I just wanted to show you Lilithia, because for some reason, I know she's really helping with this one, because she's been outside with me wanting to hang out, and she's been inside sitting right next to me as I do this whole thing. And I knew I just had to include her, because she's, we're partners, you know, so since we have a psychic connection, she and I discuss these things when we manifest. And so she's been imbuing it with her own kitty preferences too. And I realized that subconsciously, but I only really just realized it consciously, and I just want to share that with you guys. Okay, now you can see the rest of what happened when we came inside. Hi guys, so I just came back inside from outside in the snow. I realized when the camera ran out of battery actually out there that I needed to finish the video in here. It's interesting how the universe tells you stuff, because I was just going to rush it out there. So here's the tea that I made, and what I'm going to do is leave it here on my side table. And right now sitting on the bed I'm sleeping in, and for instance, this is an old spell that I did last month. Now it's not much to look at. This is when I did on the new moon. It's not much to look at, but what it is a tissue, and the tissue is even significant because it has like beautiful red and green flowers on it. I'm doing nature magic here. Pinch of salt is in here. Inside the tissue are a bunch of rose petals, herbs, some lavender, probably basil for protection, lavender for magic, other various stuff wrapped in the tissue so it doesn't constantly drip through the bag. And then on the back of here are all my intentions that I said, and I folded a piece of paper. So this, for instance, I hang just right here by my bedside table, and little ways that you do spells on yourself like this are really beautiful, I think, for people who have that witchy attraction, like that we like to do little rituals and stuff. It's really no different than just setting intentions, but when you bring nature into it. So like I said outside, it's like taking paint that already exists, but then creating art with it. Okay, and here's the jar. So I'm just going to put it on my side table, and around it I've got a piece of lepidolite. I travel with these crystals. So this is lepidolite. This is like my fairy crystal. It's just fairyed out right now. Life is just pretty fairy, and I'm going to probably put it on top of the jar. Also around it I've got this piece of rose quartz that I love lately. Also there's a citrine around here somewhere, yeah. So when I'm home, I'll always have these sitting next to my bed. And while I'm out, I'll have them in my pockets, especially now since I can wear a big jacket. I've been carrying these crystals around with me a lot. So that's how to do just a really simple magic spell. And like I said, the reason that it was fun to do it today was because there was snow here, and I haven't been in snow. Fresh falling snow, actually being able to go out and collect snow that 5 hours ago was actually swirling around in the sky from far away, because there are these Arctic winds coming in. I'll take it, you know. I think it's fascinating. And what I'm going to do with that water after it melts, I'll probably charge it there till the full moon, and then charge it on the full moon. And then when it melts, I might drink it, like strain it through a cheesecloth or a nut milk bag and sweeten it and drink it to seal the intentions inside of myself. I might like use it to rinse my hair, or to pour into a bath. Actually, that's probably what I'll do. That sounds more fun than drinking it. But because roses can sometimes be a little strong, those aren't necessarily organic, I'm really not sure. And so I'm sometimes a little wary of eating stuff like that. However, it is just a rose petal, and all of the food that you ever eat ever is not, and in my life, is not organic, because sometimes I do eat at restaurants and things like that. even though most of the produce, yeah, pretty much all the produce I eat at home is organic now that I think about it. I'm digressing. Okay, so I'm just going to put these in a nice little, there are 3 of them, one on top. So I'm probably going to put them in a triangle around the jar, just here on my bedside table. The sound you hear is glass against glass, well, crystal against glass. And just put them there. And that's how to do that. And it's really with your own creativity. For instance, you can look up the meaning of different flowers or different minerals to use, but you could also just use your intuition and say, I feel like this energy, whatever this thing is, represents to me. Because I also have, for instance, some chamomile over there that I did not put in my tea because I kind of like how fiery this feels lately, this reality. I have some hibiscus that would have been okay to put in, but I hadn't been working and charging it myself, and all of these things I had been. So that's just kind of how my mental thought goes. I also could have put a crystal actually in the jar, which I didn't want to do because I wanted everything to be that had been outside. So just flowers that had been grown and not near me, and also snow because I wanted something new. I want new energy in. Just life in general for everything. You know, I think that's a beautiful thing to do when it's springtime, is to see what in your life you can build on and how, and allow your universe to do that for you. Okay, guys, I hope this was helpful. I enjoyed recording it for you. It kind of just came as a piece of inspiration. I was going to do it alone, not record it, and then I realized that it'd be a fun thing to record because of the weather going around right now. That's different than it usually is. So maybe you can find ways to capture it and use it to make your own life masterpiece. I would love to hear what they are, or maybe even record videos on what they are. That would be so fun to do a weird weather magic spell video. Just some simple nature magic. All right, much love. Go in peace, and I'll talk to you guys again very soon.